Welcome back to Mud Lake Ranch. Tonight we're here with Pinty 4K night vision goggles. They refer to them as goggles on the packaging and in an email to me, but I wouldn't consider them goggles. They're more like a binocular that doesn't magnify. But the Pinty 4K night vision goggles are a pretty slick item, and the packaging is outstanding. They got the high gloss 3D look to the image of the product on the top. It calls out what it is: night vision 4K, HD video and photos. The as soon as you open it up, it has a call out sheet that shows each of the features right on top, and I find that really interesting, and I might borrow that for one of the brands I work for. It's a pretty cool little sheet. It shows every component highlighted with arrows just inside of the packaging. Inside the box, you have the Pinty 4K in its case. Wrapped around inside the box is a neck strap so that you don't drop your valuable purchase. Inside the case, nice little carry handle on the case. The zipper was very smooth. Logo clear up front, and each of the zipper pulls actually say night vision on them on both sides of the zipper pulls. So a little thought went into the design of that, and it's got a nice soft textured bottom of the case. I am really into stuff that has a thought put into it, and this evidently does. Small piece of foam here on top to protect the your binoculars, your goggles from bouncing around inside the case during transportation. Really shouldn't need them beyond that, but I probably will keep it in there. Inside the case itself, it's got a little zippered portion. I actually haven't been in here. It's tied nicely, kind of like what you'd see in a fancy hotel. Hopefully I can pull it with one hand. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. One single pull, untie that little knot to see what's inside. Inside your Crown Royal style pouch is your charging cable, a microfiber lens cloth. That's cool. It's a Pinty pin. So it's a pin, Pinty logo, eagle feathers, guns. It's pretty sick. Good job on that. That's neat. People love trinkets and collectible things like that. Oh, and they included the SD card. Micro SD card included. You guys get 10 bonus points for that, including the micro SD card at the price this comes in at. It's pretty cool because these can be a little pricey in the local drugstore. I don't need that lens cloth right now, and I don't need the charging cable right now because I've unboxed this once before. Did not get into here, but I did charge these to make sure that they're ready for a video. All right. Cool. So inside the box again here is the Pinty night vision goggles. Now I've had these on the porch. I'm gonna have to go get some footage for you here in a moment. Not today because I don't wanna. But the optic themselves, I probably should pull out that manual and take a look through it. You would think that this is the direction you look through, but it's not. So this on this side is your infrared emitter. This center here is actually a light, a flashlight. So you can have a pulse or a flash or a regular light. I think it'd be useful, practical uses. I'm not a tactical guy. You aren't going to strap these things to your head because that's not contoured to fit your head at all. Much rather, I use them like a binocular. I do get pretty close. I've used them one time. The distance you can see in the dark is extreme, and I hope to demonstrate that for you. These goggles have a mounting point for use on a tripod, bipod, etc. with the standard threads of a bipod, tripod, so that you can have these mounted. My ideal use for these is actually for a predator hunt, or even just having fun in the yard with the kids. Doing like manhunt, and as an adult you could watch and see where the kids actually are, not participating, but you can pick up your goggles and take a look and see where people are in the yard that you wouldn't be able to see with the naked eye after dark. So like campgrounds, things like that. These will be pretty slick, and I plan on bringing these with me for use like that, because you might actually be able to see like critters like bears and raccoons, skunks, if you're out at your campsite without having to encounter them unexpectedly. So that's my like initial thoughts and what I'd use these for. I do like that it has the mount. The grip is good. I mean, it has little nice grip points, and they're thoughtfully designed, rubberized, so you can hold it with a single hand and not worry about dropping it. Plus the neck strap here. This, surprised it doesn't have a cap for both sides or even the light, but it does have the single lens cover up front there. Power on button is dead center. Everything lights up. I actually don't like that it makes noise. Maybe you can turn that off. If you can, I will put that in the description below. Magnification buttons here up top. Left side has the positive magnification. Right side has the negative magnification. Up front right has your IR to turn on. Front middle has your flashlight and strobe. I can't imagine if you want that disabling strobe for any reason, but the flashlight would be handy if you were walking to and from a hunt and needed a light in between using the night vision modes. Your menu here. On the menu, you're able to adjust your video resolution, your image resolution, your white balance. You can tag and date. You can set the timing for your video segments. And let me see if I can toggle through this here. So you got 4K, 25 frames per second. How do I go up and down? There's not a toggle wheel or anything. Alright, so your plus and minus for magnification actually are also arrows up and down for your menu. I'm going to have to figure out if I can actually get... Oh, the OK button would be what you do to actually select them. I'll have to get some B-roll footage here of the screen. So you can adjust your video resolution, image resolution, your white balance set to auto right now. Video segments, you can select from 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or 30 minutes. I'd much rather have video to be a start and stop, but for whatever reason, that's what they've selected. I'm going to leave it at 5 minutes. Date tag is on. Exposure set to 0. It has an auto power off so you don't drain your battery. It's currently set at 3 minutes. Video prompt on. Not sure what that means. Probably when you're actually viewing. Let's go to the time setting here quick. On a time setting is where you're going to set your time and date, and this is probably set to the production date. You'll want to set your time and date if you want your videos and photos to have the appropriate date and time set. Language is English. Language. Anybody that's watching that happens to be in manufacturing for our foreign neighbors that make cool stuff, put the language first, and just in case that you need to change it before you get 15 rows deep into setup. It's got a continuous setup, continuous shooting setting. Let's see what that means. You can do 1 sheet, 2 sheets, or 3 sheets. So that's probably multi-shot situation. I should probably read. You guys are going to kill me. Yeah, I probably should read the menu. Delayed shooting is off. So you can do a timer delay. I'm not sure what you'd want to do that for, unless you wanted to do a picture of yourself or your family in front of this thing in the dark. Anti-shake's off. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on right now because I am not exactly always stable in my video or photo. Microphone's on. Key sound. Man, I'm going to have to... Actually, let's go with the key sound and see what that means. Key sound is on. I don't know what it means. I'm leaving it. Format. I'm sure format must be to format your SD card. It says format successful. It's not possible if I don't have a card in there. All right, reset, and then there's a reset the system and to check your version if you have to contact customer service and ask for your version. So this is not necessarily magnification, but more focus for the distance that you are observing at. All right, so when you have it on this mode, I think you can start and stop your record with the OK button because it's telling me no memory card. So with the mode button, you can toggle between whether or not you want to record video or if you want to take photographs with your night vision, and then you hit your OK button to take those. You're probably going to want to be on a tripod if you're doing video, photos, maybe the same thing, but freehanding, I haven't tried it. But we're going to get this thing out. Hopefully we can get some critters on this for you on video, and we'll, but these are really cool. Check out some of the videos that videos, photos, whatever we put in the little reel after this to show you what this thing looks like. But very cool product from Pinty. This is an award-winning product from Pinty, and I'm actually familiar with these folks from scope mounts and things like that. They do a lot in tactical. And they approached me to see if I would do a video on these really cool goggles. Alright, so this is the standard mode. There's a school bus. Start still on. Oh, there's the infrared thing. Alright, so we don't have infrared on yet. It's not in focus yet. Focus, there we go. We'll turn the IR on. Alright, we got infrared on now. That house there is about 175 yards away, and it's lighting up the yard. That hill is about halfway, maybe 75, and then this creek down here, right where this tree is 60, 70 yards from where I'm standing inside my house. It is snowing out right now, and that's what all that interference you see there is. It is a manual focus, so you do have to focus the left lens with your hand manually, and the right side is the infrared, and that's what you have the cover on. You can see quite a ways, and focusing is really actually pretty quick, and I don't know if you could autofocus in the dark anyway, so manual focus makes more sense, especially if you're moving between distances. That is the road. Alright, here we are in standard mode again. There is some ambient light from a street light, so I'll turn you over to there. That is pitch black. Turn on the infrared, and there we go. That's what you see when you turn the infrared on in complete darkness. And we're going to focus this a little bit. We're just on trees, and it is snowing, so there is some interference. But if there was any person or critter over there in the road, I would be able to see them. Pine tree. But, I mean, you can totally see in the dark with these. Alright, I'm going to walk out to, let's see, they've got some zoom to them. I should probably look this up, but that's my chicken house door, and it's definitely at least twice what I'm seeing through the lens. So hopefully I don't get too much garbage here, but I want to see what the range is on these things. Let's turn the IR on for you. Alright, IR on. I am trying to avoid puddles. I'm wearing loafers out in the snow here for you. Alright, IR on. Oh, it's snowing like crazy. Alright, I know confidently that that target right there is at 50 yards. And I can see probably 100 yards, no problem with these. That building there is at probably 60 to 75 yards, and in that corner in that road is close to 100. I don't think I can pick up these targets over here. Bushes in the way. Don't step in the mud puddles. Alright. I know I got a couple more steel targets out here that I might be able to pick up. Oh yeah, I can see both of them. Steel target on the bottom center is at 50, and that one right there is at 100. And the top of the hill behind it is at 150, and I can see it glisten coming through the snow. I'm sorry it's snowing, but I've been trying. They wanted this video out a while ago. So if I was on a tripod, this has a connection for a tripod or whatever. Yeah, I would be able to focus this, and I'd be able to see if there's something moving on that hill. No problem. The things I do for you people. Yeah, the top of the crest of that hill is like 150, 200 yards away easily. Because if you see this channel occasionally, there's my 100-yard target right in the middle of the screen there. I imagine you're not impressed that it's snowing out, so I shouldn't have done this in the snow. But what are you going to do? Alright, I brought you down in the basement. I'm going to just give a demonstration. Indoors, let's say you're playing manhunt. These things aren't that expensive. They're under $200. So I'm going to smack the old IR, get that thing fired up. And this is at about, I'm going to say 25 to 30 yards to the dartboard. And it's pitch black down here, and I can see it clearly. There's when the Giants won the Super Bowl a million years ago. If you're interested in the Pinty 4K night vision goggles, or I guess they're a binocular camera, whatever, link in the description and the pinned comment. Your purchases help support this channel. Thank you for watching this episode of Mud Lake Ranch. If you found this video on the Pinty 4K night vision goggles useful, helpful, or interesting, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe.